Personal injury is defined as an injury not to property, but to the body, mind, or emotions. Economic loss alone is not considered personal injury. For example, if you were in an accident and injured your back and your sunglasses were damaged, a personal injury claim refers only to the back injury and would not include the broken glasses. Commonly, personal injuries occur as a result of an accident or a slip and fall and may include injury to the back, legs, or other areas of the body. Sometimes an accident, for example, will cause psychological injury, like post-traumatic stress disorder. Emotional distress without the presence of a physical injury may be enough for a personal injury case. Accidents can be life-changing events. One moment you feel healthy and in control, and the next moment you are lying in a hospital bed. Soon you find yourself dealing with sky-high medical bills, you're missing work, and you no longer have transportation. This is time you cannot get back. If you believe someone should be held liable for your suffering, you should contact a personal injury lawyer. Personal injury law allows the injured person to seek compensation for the harm that was caused to them. To do this, they need to prove that the accused or the defendant is liable for the damage. If the defendant is proven guilty, they must compensate the plaintiff for the injury. It is vital that you collect evidence immediately after an accident to help your case if you are physically well enough to do so. Sometimes a personal injury case will lead to a lawsuit, while other times it may be settled by negotiation. Personal injury claims are different than criminal charges pressed by the government. In many personal injury cases, the defendant is accused of negligence. As a society, all of us are required to avoid putting others at risk. For example, if someone drives drunk, they are neglecting their responsibility as a citizen because they are putting other drivers and pedestrians at risk. If someone has a dog who tends to act aggressively towards other strangers and they let their dog walk around without a leash, they are being careless. If the dog bites someone, the dog's owner will be held responsible because of negligence. Businesses can also be held liable for personal injuries. For example, if a product is hazardous and is not labeled correctly, the manufacturer may be held responsible for harm the product caused. Other actions that lead to personal injury cases may be intentional, such as an assault or theft. Personal injury law has existed for thousands of years. In ancient Greece, attorneys accompanied citizens in court to help them with their case and win compensation. Personal injury law has and likely always will make sense. 4 elements are required to determine negligence in a case. Those elements are: duty, the defendant owed the victim a duty; breach, the duty of the defendant was breached or violated, a failure by the defendant to do everything they could to prevent an accident from occurring; causation, the said breach caused injury, although if too much time has passed or something else may have caused the injury, a case will not exist; and damages, confirm either physical or emotional damage causing harm to the victim because of the breach. In addition to these 4 elements, evidence will need to be presented to justify the specified elements exist. Common personal injury cases include car accidents, head injuries, medical malpractice, premises liability, product liability, and wrongful death. When it comes to premises liabilities, common ones include, but are not limited to, slips and falls, animal bites, elevator injuries, food poisoning, and pool injuries. After sustaining an injury, taking action right away is important to avoid the risk of violating a statute of limitation. Under a statute of limitation, a claim can be denied after a specific timeline has passed. Take the following steps after sustaining an injury. Seek medical help and contact a lawyer. Collect evidence such as labeled notes and pictures. Go back to the scene and collect additional pictures and other items for evidence. Identify and locate witnesses as soon as possible. Notify the individual you are filing a claim against. The next step is to determine whether you will accept a settlement or proceed to sue. Contacting a lawyer at this step is crucial if you have not yet done so. A lawyer will ensure your lawsuit is filed correctly and will pursue the case until you reach a settlement or schedule a trial. When working through the complicated subject of personal injury law, a lawyer can assist you with understanding your rights as a victim, insurance claim settlements, and the applicable laws to your individual situation.